If you're an athlete and you need to recover faster, there are frequencies that recover you faster. Or you have sleep problems, there are frequencies that make you sleep better. If you have chronic pain or whatever, they're good for your pain as well. You know, anti-aging, there are frequencies for you that's good for your skin elasticity. Mental balance, there are frequencies for you that make you feel better. Improve your mood. The question with the frequency is, what do you want to improve in your life? I'm sure there is something you want to improve in your life. Let it be better sleep, more energy, better mood, more hair, whatever it is. There is a frequency for simply everything.
Nikola Tesla, who said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, this is the most exciting thing I've seen in the last 15 years.
Look, there is a frequency for simply everything. No matter if you're an athlete and you need to recover faster, there are frequencies that recover you faster. Or you have sleep problems, there are frequencies that make you sleep better. If you have chronic pain or whatever, they're good for your pain as well. You know, anti-aging, there are frequencies for you that's good for your skin elasticity. Mental balance, there are frequencies for you that make you feel better. Improve your mood. The question with the frequency is, what do you want to improve in your life? I'm sure there is something you want to improve in your life. Let it be better sleep, more energy, better mood, more hair, whatever it is. There is a frequency for simply everything.
Nikola Tesla, who said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Wow.
What does it say?
Wow.
What does it say?
Wow. The love of the mother was felt as blackmail and control.
Whoa. Wow.
And what's that resonate with you?
100%. I was like, I spoke to my mom for the first time in like a year about what's been going on over the last year, a week ago.
Really?
And
oh my god, wow.
And I knew this was going to come up. I was like, I wonder if it's going to come up.
One of the greatest inventors of all time, Nikola Tesla, the genius who lit the world, once said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
I literally just saw outside of my house is the truck that's going to deliver my Healy. So I'm going to go down and meet the guy.
What's your name?
Zach.
Yep, that's good.
Yes. Oh my god. I feel like a freaking kid on Christmas. Okay.
Of course, people cannot hear radio and television frequencies, part of the electromagnetic spectrum, but the evidence for them is everywhere.
That was unbelievable. I can actually, you know, when you go into a sauna and you've got like, they chuck mint or peppermint into the sauna, it felt, I could feel my nasals completely clear, my insides, I could feel peppermint on my lips. I wanted to lick my lips. It was that, my nasal is so clear, I can't tell you. My head feels clearer. I can feel my legs tingling. It's like, you know, peppermint's cold. I feel really clean.
Wow.
That was really, really intense.
For the first time in 11 years, I haven't taken a Panadine Fort, which was my daily thing in 4 weeks. And I used to take like up to 10 a day, which was just...
My mind was actually blown by this device.
My energy levels were great, my moods were balanced.
My mind feels like I've had, for lack of a better word, a brain flush.
And the other thing is, I always notice when I run the skin program, the next morning my skin feels like it's 100% silk. It's just unbelievable.
It is my favorite programs, and Mental Balance Acute totally resets my mindset.
I'm getting the results right now, and it's actually blowing my mind.
And I've just put on these little ear electrodes and Healy has a migraine program that you can run. And honestly, I've been running it for the past 10 minutes and the symptoms of my migraine have gone down about 80%.
My sense of calm is back, my happiness is back, my mental clarity, my concentration, my sleep. Oh, my blissful sleep is back.
Similarly, people are not conscious in any direct sense of frequencies in sound and light. Yet without differences in frequency, there could be no speech or music, nor would there be any variations of color.
Number one, back pain. And I almost fell out of my chair when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, the level of intelligence that this device has is absolutely mind-blowing. And then, you know, just when I thought like I'd have to clean up my brain matter off the floor because it was just blown out of my mind, I got my mind blown again, because then I actually ran the back pain healing frequency, and 10 minutes into a 20-minute scan, my back pain was almost all gone. It was absolutely insane. And from like that point, I was like, I need this in my life right now. Because if it has the ability to do that for my back pain, it has the ability to do things for all different people. You know, one of my good friends, Jess, she didn't notice anything straight away, but the next day she messaged me, and her pain was completely gone in another area of her body that she was experiencing, and she had a 12-hour sleep. Put yourself in the frequency and the vibration that you can heal your body, because we can do anything. We just need to be in the right frequency and vibration to do so.
We can heal our body if we just get our body into the right vibration to do so. And a year and a half into doing this, I'm still more blown away than anything in my whole life. You know, I've been in the health and wellness space for 8 years. You've been in over a couple of decades. And the results people are experiencing are unlike anything. And so we're super honored and grateful to share with you the Healy experience, how our stories have aligned, and to then also share with you insights into Healy and everything that we know. So if you're out there, if you're listening, please jump into the chat. Where are you tuning in from? And if you have any specific questions, we can answer it for you as well. But I just want to, I guess this is the first time Jamie's been on this webinar. For those of you tuning in at home, you know, I've been running these for quite some time. Jamie and I have known each other since I was about 17, so about 14 years now. And he was one of my first mentors, helping me with fitness, nutrition, mindset, and really was one of the first people to inspire me to think different about my body, about my mind, about life. And it's crazy how 13 years later, fast forward, it comes full circle where he introduces me to the Healy, right? This wearable frequency device from Germany. And so we'd love to share with you the story, go through some slides with you as well, and take you on a bit of an experience, a bit of a journey into why this is changing so many people's lives globally. So thanks for tuning in, Jamie.
Thank you, Zach, for having me on.
So let's take them back to the beginning. Obviously, some of you guys have seen the video there at the beginning. Maybe you've heard about Healy from somebody else. But before we jump into this, I'll just quickly share the disclaimer. So Healy is not designed to cure, prevent, reverse, treat, diagnose any illness or disease. It just gets your body back into energetic balance for your body to catalyze its own healing. And so we'll explain a little bit more about that. But it was funny, I was working and doing TV presenting about a year and a half ago, or maybe 15 months ago, and Jamie calls me up. He goes, bro, I don't know what this device is, but I've just had an experience with the Healy, right? This device. And he drove into Sydney. Maybe we'll pass it over to you, but the energy that you shared with me, you were like, I don't even know what this is, but it's incredible. And I was just like, anything that you've ever shared with me has been gold and improved my life in so many different ways. So I always trusted your opinion. And I was quite busy at the time, so I was like, oh, I can't look at this Healy thing right now. But we finally caught up. He shared with me the story, and I was absolutely mind blown at what this was doing. And so I'll pass it over to Jamie to kind of fill in the gaps, and then we'll jump into the rest of this. But yeah, take us back to that first moment, Jamie, of when you had an experience with the Healy and how it helped you.
Thank you, Zach, and welcome everyone. It's just a pleasure to be here and to share. And I don't know about you, Zach, but I can't help but smile when we do these, and I literally get goosebumps all the time. Like, it is really, really exciting. Look, to cut a very long and exciting story down to a few points, I've been a spiritual healer for over 2.5 decades, 27, 28 years. I've never used a device before. I am the device that channels frequency through myself into people to help them heal themselves faster. So long before I actually had a go on the device, simply watching a 6-minute video on Healy, I immediately felt this goosebump sensation through my body, like a confirmation of like, oh, what's this? And I just started to have like a knowingness, and I trust my intuition. Anyway, I felt so excited the night I went in to have an actual physical demonstration on the device and run some of the programs. And I could just I felt like a little kid in the candy store. Like I felt really energized and clear. Yet at the time I was caring for my parents, and my mother was quite ill. And she's like 85 years old. And so there was a lot of weight watching your parents decline. It's quite an emotional thing. So as I went through, as you saw, Brandon, Westcott, and a few others, when doing the analysis, they were blown away at how precise the device is in its analysis. And I was sitting there connecting with Taryn, looking at the analysis, and I was blown away. It actually came up about, childhood issues with the mother and a few other things that is exactly what was going on in my life. And then over that 55-minute period where I was actually connected to the device, I had the bracelet electrodes on, I had the device clipped on, as you can see now, and the program that came up for me was Relax in the Gold Cycle. Now, this is around, say, 8:30 in the evening. I'd already had dinner. As I'm communicating with Taryn and asking her more questions about this device, I could feel the areas in my body where I hold on start to relax. I actually could feel and hear my voice resonating deeper, like within me, as my energy opened up. And I could start to see more colors and more energy. Things in the room became brighter. And no, I was not having a tequila or any other sort of alcoholic beverage. I don't drink. It was amazing, the sensations that I was feeling. Anyway, after that session, I walk outside into Darling Harbour, and it was like, boom, the lights were so bright. Everything looked crisp and like extra high definition, and my energy went through the roof, and so did my appetite. I was so hungry, and how I felt was pretty much exactly the same as if I'd had a powerful healing from my healer of 26 years, Eleni Johansson. Now, I was her protege, you could say, and learnt many, many things of her about self-healing, rebirthing chakras, clearing energy blockages from your auric field in your body. And so for me to feel exactly the same with this little plastic device from Germany that I had no idea what it was, that really got my attention. And so I immediately started flicking out that 6-minute video link. Zach was the first person I went to, because I was like, oh my God, who are my friends, my like-minded friends and family who would just get this, that would really appreciate me sharing this with them? So I was just like, flick the link. And I don't know if Zach could actually understand what I said because I was speaking so quickly. I was like, oh my God, you're going to have a look at this? Like, yeah, it was just so amazing. And I'm just as excited now, if not more, than what I was over 1.5 years ago.
Wow. It's been a journey. And I think the one thing, I said to Jamie, I had a bunch of questions, but I said, does this impact our mitochondria? And I'd been learning in the health and wellness field for 8 years, learning about food and exercise. But I got to a point with my clients that they could be eating healthy, they could be exercising, but they weren't getting the results that were possible for them. I was like, what's the missing link? So I started learning about frequency therapy and mitochondria, which are the energy packs, kind of like the batteries of our cells. And when I heard the answer from Jamie and from Peter that there's certain frequencies to boost the mitochondria voltage and also the cell membrane as well as the ATP, I was like, oh, no way. This is the missing link, the missing piece of the puzzle in this crazy man-made world that we live in. And so without further ado, I'll just quickly share the vision and jump back into the story. But the vision of Healy is to empower people to live the healthy, fulfilled, and conscious life, and to inspire their growing community to make a continuous positive impact on humanity, which as soon as I hear that and I look at that, that gives me shivers as well. That is massive and huge. And so what they're really about is creating revolutionary products that create freedom, passion, and joy, which is so relevant right now with where the world's at. And one of the most exciting things about this company and this movement and this product is that it's attracting some of the most, I guess, open-minded, spiritual, science-based, conscious human beings that are really doing great work in their own life and see the benefit of working in team, in community, and in tribe. And now more than ever, we get to be a part of a community, and we're rewarded financially and emotionally and so many other ways by banding together and being a force for good together. And so it's really exciting that there's a company that really combines spirituality and science together for people to raise their vibration. And when we have a higher level of connection with spirit, we then step into our purest form even more. And I would say that if you're here, guys, listening to this, we all share a common vision. And the common vision is for ourselves to fill our own cup up, to become our purest form, and to also then add value to the world in some way, shape, or form. And so Healy is allowing us to really let go of the past and any energetic blocks and distortions, as you mentioned, Jamie. Maybe you can explain more of this in a moment, to help us let go of those patterns that might not be serving us and to step into more of our purest form. And so we'll jump into the science. We're going to jump into how much the product is. We're going to jump into what you receive when you join the team. But maybe I'll pass it over to you. From your understanding, being a healer for over a couple of decades, being a part of Healy now for a year and a half, how does the Healy work, and what is it actually doing to the body?
Okay, so as we can see here, thanks, Zach. What you can see here is like Marcus Schmicky, who's like a quantum physicist and a monk that actually created Time Waver, which is the parent company. And Healy is, like you could say, the grandchild of Time Waver. So we're using the same technology, but obviously the Healy can't do everything that Time Waver does. And so I can't really truthfully answer that question, obviously from Marcus's point of view, on exactly what it does, because like I'm not a quantum physicist, even though I geek out on quantum stuff. So exactly what it does, I really don't know. But from the vast experience utilizing the device, obviously learning from Healy Corporate about the device, and with all my knowledge and experience and wisdom as a spiritual healer, pretty much we have distortion. We have like frozen energy pockets, you could say, in our physical body, our subconscious, and also our auric field. And so our soul's consciousness flows down from the divine into our pineal gland and brain, activating our nervous system, flowing outward from our physical body in all directions, creating our auric field. So where we have these energetic, like frozen pockets of energy that are distortions of lower frequencies, this is what distorts or disrupts the flow of our consciousness through our sacred body temple into the field. So if we don't like what we're experiencing out there, we need to go internally, tune in to where the frozen pockets of energy and emotion are, the lower frequencies, and through movement, breath, intention, and a few other means, we can clear that ourselves. Now, that actually takes quite a bit of training. I'm still learning to master that, and I'm 8 years down the track. What the Healy does, from what I see as a healer, it's analyzing your field, your 7 main chakras, your energy centers, and your physical body. And with extreme precision, it gives you feedback. It actually communicates to you what it is on a deeper level, causing you to hold on to in those areas, especially when it comes to your chakras and your field. And then with the resonance analysis, which is the second, with an aura and a resonance analysis, the resonance analysis is scanning your physical body. Now, I call it a solutions-based diagnostic tool, where it won't tell you the thing that the symptom. It'll actually say, this is the recommendation of the categories and the programs that you need. And basically, when you see what category and programs they are, most of the time people are like, oh my God, that's exactly what I was feeling. As you could see in the initial video with Rob and a few others about the essential oils or the back pain. And the Healy is so precise in how it actually pinpoints what's most out of balance in your body. And then you can utilize both of the apps to bioenergetically balance your cell membrane voltage, which, as we know, when you do that, you feel more harmony, ease, health, and vitality, and a lot of the symptoms begin to dissipate and disappear.
Well said. Well said. And you're right. Like Marcus Schmieke with, over 10 years traveling between India and Germany, combining East and Western philosophies, written 25 books on consciousness. He has his own Institute for Consciousness Research. This man's mind is so holistic and has combined all that research with his team in Germany and combining with Christian Harper. They teamed up. Christian Harper is the investor. He invests a lot of sustainable technologies. And so when you have this holistic science, quantum-based team with the funding, the last couple of years, they've expanded into 40 countries, right? And it's expanded like crazy. But with the detail of how the Healy works, we're still learning. We're still learning of how amazing this device is. Being able to scan an essential oil and resonate that. And Brandon was in the Gold Coast, that lady was in the UK, and she was feeling peppermint oil throughout her whole body. Now, disclaimer, not everyone feels that, but what the is going on. And so everything's frequency and energy is everything. And so the Healy taps into our own frequency, goes, okay, that system, that cell right now isn't vibrating at the highest potential. Here's some frequencies to support it. And what better time than during a global lockdown and this mass chaos in the world that we need to look for the answers within, right? The answers are within. Instead of looking at experts outside of us, that might be useful at some point, but let's go in first to discover and tune into our own energy, frequency, and vibration. So Nikola Tesla says that the secrets of our universe are found in, or think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So we have a device that taps, and we all have a few, those that have a Healy have a few devices because we know how awesome it is. And you got a couple. And it's allowing us to tap into like a second brain, where Jamie said that the phone communicates. Like, I've got the Healy on right now. What program are you running, bro? I've got some
Coherence.
of the Meridians on and Coherence. And so with the app, you can do a scan and vibrate. You would need to scan your chakras or your aura, and it brings up emotional blockages as well as the resonance scan. And so it came up here with the Meridians, actually focusing on today for hormonal balance and stomach, which is something that's, feeling like it needs a bit of support at the moment. And so the Healy, just like the car radio that has a crystal, car radios have a crystal that tunes into radio waves that play music, and changing the frequency by one frequency will change the station in the song. And so now this isn't woo-woo, this is science and hardcore physics, that our body resonates frequency. And when in a state of love and alignment, our heart waves can be measured meters and even kilometers out from us as well. So this might be sounding amazing to you, and it is. There's a documentary called Thrive and Thrive 2 that talk about this beautiful evolution of frequency therapy. And so with Healy, in the last couple of years, 10 million applications. That's like Jamie and I running a program right now. There's so many people around the world. There's about 100,000, 150,000 people using the Healy to energetically support their field, right? Skin, whether you've got problems with your skin, or you're feeling stressed or anxious, or having problems with your organs, or feeling like one of your chakras is out of balance, or you're feeling a lot of electrosensitivity from all the tech that you're around, or whether you just want more energy and better results in the gym, the Healy has frequencies for us.
And if you can just go back to that, Zach, I'd just like to quickly add something in.
Yeah.
So if you just, okay, so have a think and feel about this. Now, I know, Zach, you already know this, but for everyone listening and watching this, I've said this to clients over the years, when you expand your field by going in and shifting your distortion, emotional baggage, trauma, whatever it is, as you clear that, more of the truth of who you are flows into your sacred body temple, and you have more light, you have more presence, you become a more powerful manifester and therefore attract less negative or painful situations in your life and more love and joy. So just imagine, and I said to clients, and it's on the forms when they fill the forms out, basically, as you take responsibility for what's going on within yourself and you clear it, you unconsciously give the people around you permission to do the same. So what I mean by that is, as you expand your field and raise your frequency, it helps to crack open and lift the field of everyone around you. And it's important that you stay strong and grounded so you don't get sucked into other people's negativity and their low frequency. And that can be a challenge when you're walking that path to expand and evolve yourself. So just imagine with the Healy, multiple times a day, 100 to 150,000 people around the world are using Healy to help them bioenergetically balance their cell membrane voltage, which means more of their soul is present in their temple, so they're shining more light and more love and a higher frequency. So as more people purchase the Healy, it's impacting the world like in a compounding interest way. The more people that have a Healy and the more people that use Healy every day, the more they expand their field, releasing their trauma, the more love and light flows into their body, and therefore the more people will start to wake up and to shift and to move into a higher frequency. So the more people that have a Healy, the better off the world will be, because everyone's frequency will begin to rise and they'll evolve faster, which means the negative, painful things in the world that really should not be in existence will begin to disappear and move away, because people will be moving into a higher vibration.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Gosh, were you guys taking notes? I hope so. That was beautiful. And so that's it. This is not just an opportunity anymore for us. This is a responsibility, because it's taking people out of suffering in so many different ways and giving them performance in so many different ways. And that's giving them more possibility, more time, more freedom, more joy, as their vision and their mission was all about. So we're going to dive deep into a couple of little terms here, guys. So if you love the science, you want to understand how this works, 3 main points. BEF, bioenergetic field, traditionally known as chi or prana. So the Healy, as I mentioned before, we have our heart waves, our brain waves, it's all emanating out of us. And so the Healy comes in this little device, put it in your hand with your smartphone, the device that's disconnecting us, right? But we now have a device that connects us. We have a device that drains us, right? But we now have a device that recharges us, right? This is unifying and recharging and reuniting the world right now. This is why we're so excited. It's why it's a mission. But anyway, we still need this. This is a big help. It's a tool. So we do a scan. We figure out what's going on energetically. As I said, my meridians, it came up my hormonal balance today. And with that, it then sends back frequencies into the body through wrist straps, ear clips, or sticky pads, known as IMF, individualized microcurrent frequency. Now, these frequencies, about 144,000 in the software. There might be 400 for liver, 400 for heart, 400 for digestive system, right? The crown chakra or the root chakra or the energy program or the sleep program or the muscle program. So that sends frequencies that, in my understanding, recharges the battery, right? These cells might be flat as a battery and they recharge. So the Healy is kind of like the phone charger, right, to our cells, the battery charger of a laptop charger to our cells. So anyone globally, right, whether you're a health practitioner, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, whether you're a student, there's frequencies to help you get the most out of your experience in your environment. And once this frequencies go in, it recharges our cells up, as I mentioned, known as cell membrane potential. So those are the 3 terms. And a quick little diagram here, understanding that there's communication with microcurrent, so that's the physical charge going into the body, as well as the frequency in hertz. So this is a yin-yang, and so it's tapping into our energy of our cells as well as our body, and through the vibrational device inside of here, the quantum sensor, it creates a resonance, just like a singing bowl or a chime or chanting. That vibration is going into our field, and our body's mainly water. So it's that vibration from the Healy is then coming in to then reprogram and to charge our cells up to a high level of cell membrane potential or flow or chi prana, and that's then helping our body organically heal. Now, this might be sounding outrageous to you. For me, I even pinch myself every day to say, is this really what we're doing? This is nuts. Like, let's take a moment to just let this settle in. But there is a lot of science. So November, December 1982, so a long, long time ago, we looked, this is an animal study, and with microcurrent, there was increase of amino acid transport, which are the protein or the building blocks of our tissues and cells and organs. Now, you and me, Jamie, we've had our fair share of protein shakes in our life. And so now, instead of taking all the protein shakes, we can actually do this through frequency. It generates the building blocks, right, for our cells. It also increases the protein synthesis, which is the ability of our cells to be healthy and to replicate. So the cell central blueprint of our DNA, if a cell is mutated or sick or depleted or flat, it then replicates another sick cell. So the Healy comes in and goes, hey, let's boost the potential of it, the protein synthesis, and boost that by 70%. So we have stronger replicated cells for quicker regeneration, slower aging. Then we also have increased ATP production, which is in the notes there. It says the gasoline in the car is similar to the ATP, known as adenosine triphosphate. So in the cell, they produce ATP through the mitochondria, and that's the energy of the cell. That's never seen anywhere on the face of the planet. Increase ATP production by 500%. And that's where people are getting the results for skin, hair, nails, anxiety, sleep, right? Pain reduction. Rob's pain went from a 9 out of 10 pain to a 2 out of 10 in 10 minutes. So it's this recharging to that area. So it's really amazing. Any comments you want to share there, Jamie? Anything that people need to understand on
probably too many right now.
Testimonials.
Yeah. Well, look, I've used the device like literally since November. Well, mine arrived December 9th, I think it was, 2019. I've used so many programs consistently, the fitness programs, and performance. I would feel a mental focus and an energy come around, and was not distracted in the gym by any bright, shiny objects, and had a far more effective workout when I was using strength or muscle during my workout. So I'd have the Healy, which is not hooked up at the moment, but it's on, and those frequencies are going into my field. I'd have it hooked up, but the cable's going down my sleeve to the bracelet electrodes while I was exercising. I felt stronger through every rep. I didn't fatigue as quickly in the workout as I normally would. And the results, like my muscle came on quicker and the fat fell off faster. And that was by being consistent, obviously consistent in exercising and consistent putting the right foods in my mouth and not putting the wrong foods in my mouth. That always is the core of that. But I did notice a significant tweak by implementing the Healy before, during, and after my workouts, even on regeneration. So you can see here, Dr. Nuno Nina, he's an integrative holistic health practitioner, owns many clinics throughout Europe, and also the developer of the gold frequencies. So you can use these frequencies before, during, and after exercise to maximize things. Even the same before for any practitioner, health practitioner out there. Potentially use a frequency or a program prior going into a session with a client, so you feel far more centered and connected, so therefore you're more effective to help that person in the session. I know a lot of practitioners also have the Healy on in the room, not connected to it, so the frequencies of, say, coherence or heart chakra or relaxation are going into the room whilst their patient client is in that room with them. So there's so many ways that you can use the Healy, and I've used it for everything from, like I was saying, fitness, for, like Zach mentioned earlier, for mindset. If I'm having a fairly intense day on the computer typing up documents, then I'll put it on concentration. I can put it on memory if I'm needing to recall information, and I notice a significant difference. So once again, I could sit here and talk all day about this, but yeah, the benefits are profound. So it doesn't matter how advanced you are in areas of your life, this will help you improve. And in those areas where you do need some support and some help, this will definitely help you as well.
Yep, that's it. And if anyone wants to do some more research into the Facebook group, the Frequency Experience, over 60,000 people have joined that in the last year, and there's thousands of testimonials. So you go in there and search the group, and you'll find so many amazing people just sharing from what it's done for them and their family and friends and things like that. This slide is going to become obsolete in the next 48 hours. This is going to be the last presentation of Healy 1.0, where we have transitioned from, I guess, the establishment phase of Healy to now the rebirth of a new customer service, support, model, compensation plan, packages for the Healy to give people more variety of different budgets to actually experience and benefit from Healy. So whether you're out there, guys, who you're struggling with a certain health challenge or a health goal that you're focusing on, and you're like, you just want to get there quicker, or maybe you're finding that your mind is stressed and you're wanting some more support, or whether you're wanting to shift some emotional blockages around what you're going through or what you have been through, and integrate this in with your current healthy practices or modalities with other healers. The Healy has so many different packages. Now, for the next 24 hours, we have globally right now a promotion where these Healys all get a free upgrade. So I won't go into all the details. So talk to the person who invited you to here to get more information. But what most people start on is the Healy Resonance. Now, Jamie and I started on that because it has all 120 programs, all 16 program pages, as well as the analysis app. So the analysis app is what we're mentioning, is that's the one that scans the body and has the amino acids, the materia medica, the bark flower remedies, the ability to pinpoint what's going on and use the vibration to then balance that out, as well as all the 120 different programs. Now, the one below that, the Healy Holistic Health Plus, doesn't do the scanning, doesn't do the vibration, but it does do the microcurrent for all the programs, 120 programs. You've got the list of the different programs there as well. So, and then below that is the Healy Holistic Health, which is about 50 programs, and then the gold programs about 20. Holistic Health is 50, and then the Holistic Health Plus is 120. The Resonance, 120, plus the scanning. All the devices get a 2-year warranty, 14-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't like it after 2 weeks, you can send it back. But if you love it and you want to integrate it into your lifestyle, you buy one and the whole family uses it forever, right? So it's such an amazing investment. Now, do you want to mention anything else there, Jamie? Oh, the promotion. Maybe just mention last days of the promotion. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. So the devices are amazing. We have the promotion actually finishing. Not sure what the exact time is. I know it's based on Central European time, but I know we've got less than 24 hours for the actual promotion to end. Now, what will happen? Healy's moving into, like Zach said, we're in 1.0 now. We're moving into 2.0. Healy's a lot more established. Their infrastructure, all of the processes and systems have been upgraded, and we're moving into the next version of Healy, which is a benefit for all of us. Healy in all their wisdom, and I have to say their big heart. There's more than 16 categories. They bonus in at least 2 different categories for free. Now, what we know as the Healy Resonance now, well, actually all of these models, it's a one-time purchase. They've got ridiculous discounts on offer for the current full purchase price. So you got a full purchase price. We've got the current discounts in place, which are extremely giving of Healy to offer it at such a low price, because it's worth so much more. It really is. So moving into the next phase of Healy, the devices and the packages on offer will be a monthly subscription. So based on the full price, it'll be slightly less as the one-off investment, but then you'll only access all of the program categories for 3 months, and then around 40 or 50% of those categories will then become a monthly subscription. So if you purchase now, within the next 24 hours, you have a one-off purchase price, which is quite cheap, with no ongoing monthly subscriptions. In the new model moving forward, there is a Healy Resonance and there's a Healy Professional. The Healy Resonance, once again, it's a lower entry point, but there's monthly subscriptions to have access to all of the categories, where the Healy Professional is basically the Healy Resonance, but a one-off purchase with no monthly ongoing subscriptions. And that is basically at its true value of around $6,500 Australian dollars. I've paid $4,000 for all of mine because I didn't purchase them there was no promotions on at that time. And I honestly believe I, like I say to people all the time, I would happily pay more for the device, knowing now what it can do and the impact that it's had on every area of my life. So, yeah, there's less than 24 hours. This will be the last promotion that Healy has of this type. And it's just really an amazing time to get involved with such an incredible company whose true ethos is to help humanity shift and raise their vibration and have a better quality of life.
Well said. That's it, guys. So, yeah, talk to the person who invited you here to the webinar. Jump on, send them a message, get their link. Now, if you're here and you're like, hey, I just found this link through an email, maybe you jumped to one of my websites. I've got here a graphic. It's got the wrong date there, but the promo's got extended, as I said, 24 hours. You can click on the button there. That will take you to our shop to purchase the Healy and to save up to 50%. So as Jamie said, this is the best time to jump on that. So a couple of extra slides to share with you before we wrap this up, everyone. And if you have any questions, please put it into the chat. Some science, some stats, some figures. I love this stuff. When looking at the unique survey of people, 50% of Healy users surveyed feel the benefits after only 3 times using the product, right? They recommend 2 to 3 programs a day. So you can imagine, you're going to experience a result. A lot of people experience it straight away. Some people need a week. Some people need a couple of weeks. Depends on the individual. But looking at the use of the Healy, most people use it daily. A small percentage of people use it once a week. As we mentioned, having this support every single day for your energy, for your sleep, for your digestion, for maybe you ate something. There's food intolerances programs, right? There's intestine programs. So whatever's going on for you, use the Healy to help you through that challenge. And a lot of people experience a result within three times. Some people experience a result straight away, like Jess. She used the anxiety program and hadn't slept fully for about 5 years, and that night had a 12-hour sleep. She doesn't have insomnia anymore. So it depends on the individual. Keep doing the other healthy practices. Keep grounding back in nature, in the sunlight. Good quality food and nutrition. But also use the Healy to accelerate that, right? Use it as a support. Kind of like, you got Iron Man with in the inside of his chest is that. It's kind of like the Healy is now we get to choose to be a superhero even more. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So when you guys start using Healy, it's going to become so second nature. It is really intuitive. You get to use it and you'll use it in between your lifestyle. And as you start to, experience life with other people, you're probably going to want to share it with them. And it is so easy. I remember the first time I had the Healy, I went down to see some friends at the park. They were having a picnic and I said, hey guys, I've got my Healy. Do you want to do a quantum scan? And they go, I don't know what that is, but yes, let's do it. So we sat down and there's like 8 people in about 5 or 10 minutes. I had, I think, even 10 people around doing this scan. And everyone's like, yeah, I want to find out, this is cool. And everyone's so blown away. And so you'll start to actually use Healy and recommend this to other people. Now, when you start to recommend it to other people, they want to purchase a Healy. Some people find that when they share a bunch of Healys, they get a commission. Actually, everyone that shares a Healy will get a commission, right? Between 150 to 800 Australian dollars, depends on the country for you. In the US, it's 100 to 500 US or 100 to 500 euros. Now, some people who want to share Healy want to make a secondary source of income, maybe $500 to $1,000 a week. Or some people just want to share Healy because they love helping people. They want to build a community, or they want to get a free Healy, right? You share Healy with 3 people in the first 30 days. You get another Healy or a free upgrade. So there are so many incentives for this. And, one of the main reasons that Jamie and I are part of this is that we really believe in leadership. We believe that it's about a community of people coming together with strong abilities to lead, and in our own communities, going out and being a force for good. And so, we have a lot of training, live trainings, one-on-one, recorded trainings to support you, whether it's just the product or whether you're wanting to actually integrate this into being a secondary source of income, a way of you of actually generating more income for you and the family. So there's so many different bonuses there. As we mentioned, in the next 24 hours, 48 hours, the whole system will change to be more, even more supportive for those that want to share this, right? If you're the type of person out there who has your own business or an entrepreneur or a healer or alternative coach, or just someone who's like, I want to start helping people with their health and wellness, you can utilize Healy in our trainings, and you can jump on our calls, and we train you to be able to do this from home. And what perfect time to start following your passion than now, right? Your mission, your vision can be switched on, turned on, ignited. I think that's the word, through Healy and the product, as well as the community as well. So I guess my question to you, Jamie, is like, how has the business helped you? I know that you've shared this with hundreds of people and you've helped thousands of people. You've got a team of, over, I don't know, maybe 20,000 people now. But how has the business helped you with your life and your mission?
Yeah, look, it's been such an incredible journey. I was focusing on making my own fragrance, and I actually had, funny enough, a couple more samples turn up today of my own plant medicine-based fragrance for men and women. So that's something that really excites me. And I remember when I was, 38 pages into my business plan, I was living in a tent, a glamping tent in Mullumbimby, which was still quite nice, but it was a tent. I was meditating 8 hours a day, just tuning in and getting downloads for my fragrance and what to put in it. And 38 pages into my business plan, and I'm like, wow, I'm going to need $200,000 to $300,000 to build the greenhouses, to import the seeds, to grow the plants, to hire the distiller, to create the fragrance, to get the bottles produced, because it's quite a unique bottle that I'm going to have for the fragrances. And I have never received, earned, or been gifted any sum anywhere close to that amount. And I remember saying in meditation and sort of looking up into the roof of the tent, looking up into the heavens, just saying, please bring me an opportunity, bring me something. I don't want an investor because I'd rather finance it myself, but please bring me an opportunity. I don't care if I win lotto or I find gold bullion or the end of the rainbow. I don't care what it is. Because this is on my path. This is one of my gifts to humanity, being the natural fragrances. A couple of months later, I find myself back in Sydney supporting Zach at his broth nights. And it was a bit of a crazy thing because Mullumbimby's a good solid 4 days drive down to Sydney to support Zach for a one evening event. And once again, we need to follow our intuition. So I listened to that. I was like, okay, I love Zach. I love supporting what he does. I drove all the way down. We had this broth night. It was just a phenomenal experience. Zach invited me back to attend the next one. So I stayed in Sydney. And it was in that time period that I was approached by a friend who knew me from another business that reached out to me, as a healer and a spiritual coach and blah, blah, blah. I thought this may be of interest to you. So it's amazing when you're on your path and you focus on what you need to do for yourself and your vision, and you listen to the intuition and act on it, you attract the right experience. You stay in that frequency, your highest frequency. It's in alignment with your truth, and everything comes to you with a lot more ease. Saying all of that, I never got into Healy thinking about business and thinking about currency and getting paid. That was not the thought. It was just pure excitement. Oh my God, if this thing does what it say it does, I'm in. So I never once spoke about money with Zach. It was, oh, well, how much is the device? And then we just went out and started sharing. So I grabbed Zach. Oh, well, I went to Melbourne, scanned a whole lot of people and friends and clients in Melbourne. I picked Zach up in Sydney, and we basically went Central Coast, Newcastle, Gold Coast, Brisbane, all the way up to the Sunshine Coast. Now, that's all the way up the east coast of Australia, within 2 to 3 days, just analysing people. Now, that's all I'll share for the beginning of the story, because it's quite an amazing and exciting story that how Zach and I started this. But from a business level, I've paid off all my debts. I'm investing. I bought my dad a brand new muscle car that he's never had before. It's like, he's 82 years old. He's finally driving a brand new Mustang. I bought one of my dream cars. I bought a brand new Italian racing motorbike. I was able to, first of all, honor the debts that I already had with people, paid all of them off. And then I was able to pay for my parents to go and see all the natural practitioners that they needed to see and all of their natural medications to help them improve their quality of life. I was able to share my heart and the generosity more because I had more currency I was able to then access. So when you have more currency, because it's not money, gold and silver is money, when you have more currency coming in on a monthly or weekly basis, you're able to do more. You're able to have a greater impact in the world. So I've been broke as a spiritual healer, and I loved my life, but I tell you what, I love my life a lot more now because, one, I've helped co-create a phenomenal community with Healy, and secondly, impacting the lives of all those people, the health benefits, how they feel better about themselves, increasing their confidence, the scarring from the acne's going, so they're wearing less makeup and going out more in public and they feel more confident. No money can give you the feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment by helping people. But when you go out and help people, because that's who you are as a person, and then you get remunerated quite attractively, it's a win-win. So for me on a business level, this is all I do now. And now I'm in the position where I can actually start putting a little bit more time and energy and money into the fragrances. And then towards the end of this year, I could release my samples out onto the marketplace. So it's completely transformed my life on every level. And I just feel so blessed for the person that reached out to me in the beginning and just, obviously he had a thought. I popped into his awareness. He's like, I'm going to connect with Jamie. And he trusted that and sent that message. So I'll forever be grateful for him for doing that, for trusting his intuition. So from a business point of view, once again, I didn't get in this for business. I got in this because, boom, I was like, this is a yes for me. And straight away, like Zach said, anything of a high vibration that I really align with, I share it. And that's all I really do, with no attachment to the outcome, but the outcome's been incredible. What about you, Zach?
Oof. That story. I love it. And likewise, eternally grateful for you thinking of me, sending me a call, sending me a message, following me up, because it wasn't the right time in those first couple of contacts, but it was a couple of weeks later. And so, trusting the process. For me, it's helped me evolve in every area. Physically, it's helped me with pain that I've had for over 10 years, reduced pain in my jaw, my arm from old injuries by 80%, right? And it's so easy to maintain now. I'm back in the gym. I'm more free. I'm more, expressive with my body because I'm out of pain. It's helped me with stress and anxiety with the ear clips. So it's anytime I'm exhausted or tired or fatigued or burned out, I know how to get back into balance even quicker, right? I combine it with my other health hacks and I'm back being Zach in a quicker time. And then financially, it allowed me to be all in on something for the first time in my life, where I wasn't 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I was finally in this place where I sunk the ships. I blew up the ships at the shore, and I was like, let's go voyage. Let's go figure this out. And we just figured it out. There was no how-to. There was no guide. We just made the time. And so it was people like you collaborating with you, Jamie, collaborating with Brandon, and teaming up. That 1 + 1 can equal 100 if we work in synergy together. And so just aligning to the right people, allowing the right information in, blocking out the information that is not going to serve me, and staying focused and listening to my intuition. And as we spoke yesterday on the training, it's like following those little nudges of intuition, those little commitments that we make to ourselves, following through on those actually builds our self-esteem. And it's just been this beautiful leadership, self-expression, self-awareness journey. And then through that, connecting with these incredible people all around Australia, all around the world, and helping them with this, sharing our gifts. And it's just a process every day now, jumping on calls, scanning people, showing people the system, giving people a transformation in their health of their mind and giving people a transformation in their business. It's the most fulfilling thing I've ever done in my whole life. It's by far just so fun and so joyous to wake up every day knowing that I can work with my partner here at home, travel into another state and set up shop at a farm, so to speak, and follow a life that is in alignment with my highest potential. And so if it wasn't for residual income, for business, and for this Healy, and for you introducing me and the whole team's efforts, because this is a team effort, I wouldn't be here. So I'm just eternally grateful.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. And maybe just move your Healy, because your microphone's banging on the Healy. But yeah, look, I agree, brother. This is the only thing really that I've been all in, have not hesitated, and I feel so consumed by the whole entirety of Healy, and I'm in service to others, which is what I love to be. And it's just been an incredible process, and how I've evolved myself in the year and a half. It's been an incredible journey of transformation for myself, and I just feel so blessed to be gifted and have to have manifested and brought this opportunity into my life.
That's it. So everyone out there, you're probably thinking like, okay, so these guys are pretty high on life right now. What do I do to get started, right? So talk to the person who invited you here, enroll with them. They're going to send you a link. Now get plugged into the knowledge, into the trainings, and learn the basics. If you want to use this for yourself, we have trainings for that. If you want to share this with the world, we have trainings for that as well. And we're here on this link every single Tuesday. So same time, the registration link that you used, share this around, right? If you join and get part of the team today with this promotion that ends in the next 24 hours, you're locked into the tree. And as we grow over the next 6 months to a year and beyond, there's going to be hundreds, maybe thousands of people in your team. And so there is urgency with where the world's going right now. I can hear the birds, the kookaburras screaming right now outside. How Australian. But there's a kookaburra, right? We need to share the truth from the top of the mountain and from as high as we can to reach as many people right now, right? Share our truth, share our vibe to really unite the tribes and to reunite the world right now. There's a spiritual battle. We won't go into that right now, but we all have an ability and a responsibility now.
Yeah.
So we're so excited to partner with you guys. This today isn't just another day. We see it as a beautiful opportunity for a new beginning. So embrace it. And I want to share with you guys one last video today. So last year, they released a free program for everyone to support people's immune system during the global experience. And then this year, they've released a program called Coherence, which is all around helping the body stay balanced and control and grounded, balance, control amongst all the chaos in the external and amongst the EMFs and the man-made environments that we live in. So I'd love to show you this quick little video. This will make a little bit more sense, and we'll just wrap this up. But yeah, super excited to see you guys on the other side.
When all forms of life embody their purest truth and their divine purpose, the stars align and suddenly shine brighter. The air intoxicates. Sunshine illuminates, and that warm embrace ignites every molecule and every atom. Inspiration is set free. This harmony becomes certainty, and the universe surrenders. Coherence is born.
Powerful stuff. So everyone that buys a Healy, this will be one of many programs that will be released on your Healy over as you get your Healy, but over the coming years, there's so many more incredible programs for us as well. So thanks again, Jamie. This has been a lot of fun. Have an amazing day, everyone, and we'll see you on the other side.
See you, everyone.